This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell and Missy Kohler. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson. This segment of the news is brought to you by Silver State Health, bringing quality medical and psychiatric care to Pahrump. Call 775-505-1214 for an appointment.
Welcome to KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
Good afternoon. I'm Missy Kohler. Thanks for joining us.
Well, Governor Steve Sisolak is ready to ease COVID restrictions, signaling a move towards a return to normal. These changes take effect beginning Monday.
Beginning on Monday, February 15th, a first round of capacity limits will be lifted at various levels based on risk level of the activity or business type identified by health experts. Here is what will be moving to 35% capacity. Places of worship, gyms, fitness studios, yoga studios, martial arts studios and similar establishments, gaming floors, arcades, racetracks, bowling alleys, pool halls, and similar activities. When it comes to restaurants and bars, indoor dining and beverage service will be capped at 35% capacity. Outdoor dining will not have a capacity limit, but will have to adhere to all social distancing requirements. Reservations will no longer be necessary starting on February 15th, and we will increase the allowed number of patrons per table from 4 to 6. The following will be moving to 50% on February 15th. Libraries, museums, art galleries, aquariums, and zoos. Additionally, public gatherings and events can increase to 100 individuals or 35% of fire code capacity. Finally, organizations may begin submitting large gathering plans beginning on February 15th, but no events can resume until March 1st, and only if reviewed by local health authorities and approved by the appropriate state agencies. The next big date is March 15th. On March 15th, all the businesses operating at 35% will be able to move to 50% capacity. Public gatherings will also move to 250 people or 50% capacity. This will return the state to full pre-pause levels. From now until May 1st, retail stores, indoor malls, and community and recreation centers will remain at 50%. Spas, massage establishments, hair salons, barbershops, nail salons, and other businesses that provide aesthetic skin services will continue to operate under strict social distancing and under the authority of the applicable state licensing boards. Additionally, certain high-risk businesses and activities, adult entertainment establishments, nightclubs and day clubs and brothels will remain closed until at least May 1st. And finally, May 1st marks the date where we hope to reach our ultimate goal of transitioning mitigation management to local authority. I know all Nevadans will agree. We're going to make it through this. The goal of this plan is to avoid a scenario where I have to come back before all of you again and pause our efforts. I don't want to do that. I believe this plan can work. I believe it will work, but we must all invest in making it successful.
Well, the governor says that the state will continue to follow the science as it eases restrictions. That means some businesses may continue to see tighter restrictions, at least for the time being.
Authorities are searching for a brazen thief who targeted a Pahrump apartment community early this morning.
The Nye County Sheriff's Office is attempting to locate a suspect in an early morning theft case that occurred on Marney Court around 2 a.m. The suspect, who has been seen in the area before, is a white male with a thin build and a face and neck tattoo. The video surveillance shows the suspect after he jumped a back fence, then walked up to a resident's door to look inside a cardboard delivery box. He then goes through the courtyard of the apartments to the driveway, where he steals a surveillance camera, turns off a motion sensor light, and then begins rummaging through a vehicle that was covered covered with a tarp. That vehicle had arrived a short time earlier with personal items and merchandise for resale from the owner who was in the middle of moving. The thief takes tools, jewelry, purses, various items of clothing, diabetes medication, thyroid medication, fentanyl patches, and follows up by drinking an entire bottle of mouthwash. He has been identified by several individuals in the area. If you have any further information as to the theft, please call Deputy Gideon at the Nye County Sheriff's Office at 775-751-7000 or KPVM TV at 775-727-9400 extension 201. You can remain anonymous.
Well, there is now another outlet available for you to get your COVID-19 vaccine. Walmart and Sam's Clubs across the state began administering the vaccine today.
Vaccinations began today at over 35 Walmart and Sam's Club pharmacy locations across Nevada, including the store here in Pahrump. The vaccines are administered free of charge to both members and non-members of the membership club and Walmart shopping centers. Just like other locations, the number of vaccines available to be administered is limited and will hopefully increase each week as federal allocations increase. Walmart and Sam's Club locations across the country see 150 million customers pass through their doors each week. The company has worked with the CDC and states, taking into account reaching customers in underserved communities with limited access to health care. To receive the vaccination, you must be eligible according to the State of Nevada Vaccine Playbook. That information can be found online at nvhealthresponse.nv.gov. We encourage you to take a look at the playbook. The state is now on version 3, and you may now be in a lane that is eligible for vaccination. These lanes include public safety and security, frontline community support, frontline supply chain and logistics, frontline commerce and service industries, frontline infrastructure, people with underlying health conditions, in addition to healthcare workforce and support, and long-term care facility staff and residents. You will need to make an appointment to receive your vaccination, and you can do that online at walmart.com/COVID vaccine or at samsclub.com/COVID. If you find that appointments are full, don't give up. Vaccine allotment is increasing and more will be available. When you receive your first dose, your appointment will be scheduled for your second dose. According to Phase 3 data from Pfizer and Moderna, the vaccine is safe and more than 90% effective in preventing COVID-19 after 2 doses.
We've got news from the business world coming right up just after the break.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on.
Welcome back. Fed Chairman Jerome Powell has some troubling news about the nation's unemployment rate. Bitcoin is trading in record territory, and Uber lost billions last year.
Capping our news, Fed Chair Jerome Powell is out with a troubling statement about the nation's unemployment picture. Powell says even though the unemployment rate has fallen to 6.3%, the actual rate is probably closer to 10%. Powell adds that the Fed will continue to use aggressive monetary policy to fix the issues still facing Americans who have lost jobs. Bitcoin is trading in record territory on a fresh round of news. The Wall Street Journal reports the Bank of New York Mellon, which is the oldest bank in America, plans to hold, transfer, and issue Bitcoin along with other cryptocurrencies for its clients. MasterCard will begin allowing merchants to accept payments in digital money later this year. And recently, Tesla revealed investing $1.5 billion in Bitcoin and is on the way to accepting payments in cryptocurrency for its products. Uber lost a huge chunk of change last year. The taxi app company lost a stunning $6.8 billion.
Thanks, Angela. Well, an investigation into an alleged child abuse leads to the arrest of a Pahrump man.
Derek Jackson is under arrest and facing charges after Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies investigate an incident involving alleged child abuse. According to the arrest report, a female juvenile told deputies her grandmother, with whom she was staying, had placed her in a timeout and told her to go to the bathroom. While in the bathroom, the girl says Jackson came in with a belt in his hand and struck her several times. She went on to tell deputies Jackson had grabbed her left wrist and right arm. The Sheriff's Office says deputies observed welts consistent with what the girl had described. Deputies also say the girl's left hand was shaking and an x-ray revealed that her left wrist was sprained. When deputies questioned Jackson about the incident, they say he admitted to giving the girl a butt whooping with a belt in the bathroom. The sheriff's office says Jackson advised he did so because the girl had soiled herself on purpose. Jackson is related to the girl, but the arrest report doesn't indicate the exact relationship. Jackson was placed under arrest and booked into the Nye County Detention Center for domestic battery with substantial bodily injury, child abuse with substantial bodily or mental harm, and residential burglary.
Item number 27 on the February 2nd Board of County Commissioners meeting was discussion and deliberation to consider a schedule of 4 days per week with 10-hour days or alternate work schedules for county offices and departments. Thoughts on the subject were varied.
Commissioner Strickland brought forward the agenda item with the idea being to have all county offices on the same schedule. The agenda backup information included a poll that had recently been conducted to identify interest within county departments and to identify the pros and cons from an employee perspective. Opinions stated in the poll reflected appreciation for having an extra day off, but also understanding the desire to have all offices on the same schedule. Commissioner Blundo was the first to admit that although it may be unpopular, he thinks the county offices should be open 5 days a week for the service of the public. Commissioner Carboni agreed. The commissioners discussed the need for offices to be open 5 days a week to serve the public, taking into consideration that the county staff like the idea of having a 4-10 work week, and some of the departments are already making these hours work as directors stagger their employees to cover a 5-day work week. Commissioner Blundo also said that he would like to see no closures for the lunch hour. He would like to see lunches staggered so that the lunch hour is open for business as well. Some county directors were able to weigh in on their work schedule and agreed that consistency is key to making it all work. Some offices like the shorter work week because their hours of operation are earlier and make it easy to accommodate the public's needs, while offices open on Friday are unable to communicate with the departments that are not open on Fridays. Several employees voiced their comments as well, citing needing less time off for doctor's appointments and a break in child care costs. It was also confirmed that there are no additional vacation accrual benefits from a 4-10 work week as the accruals are capped. The decision to move the entire county to a 4-10 work week or 5-day work week for consistency was not cut and dry at all. Treasurer John Prudent said that either way it goes, there will still be unhappy county residents. The commissioners decided they needed more time to think on the advantages and disadvantages of moving the county to the same work week schedule and tabled the agenda item. For now, if you need to visit a county office, call ahead. That office may or may not be open on Friday, but they may also be open earlier or later than you expected.
We got more News 25 coming up just after the break. Stay with us.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by Canyon Ridge Periodontics. Give them a call at 702-966-0302.
Well, Red Flag 21.1 wraps up today at Nellis Air Force Base. The exercise brings together airmen and support staff from across the United States and around the world. Hundreds of aircraft take off and land during the 3-week exercise. Airman First Class Alexis Wistocki from Alaska is responsible for making sure those planes are ready for action.
Hi, I'm A1C Alexis Wysocki. I'm a crew chief at Elmendorf, Alaska. I'm here at Nellis for my very first Red Flag. Red Flag is more serious, I guess you could say. It's serious up in Alaska, but Red Flag, they have like 50 jets going up, more than 50 jets going up. What do I like about being a crew chief? That is a very good question. I like getting my hands dirty, that's for sure. It's just amazing to think that, like, being a crew chief, I'm letting this jet go up in the air. That's what I like about being a crew chief. I get to launch these guys out. If I do something wrong, if I mess up somehow, this jet could go down, like, there is no beating around the bush with that. So I don't want to mess up. I don't want this jet to go down, and I always take my job serious.
Good job, Lexus. We want to thank Nellis Air Force Base for providing us behind-the-scenes look at Red Flag 21-1.
Desert Haven Animal Society has some great dogs and cats ready for adoption. For today's Save a Pet, Darby O'Donnell introduces us to Haha.
Today's Save a Pet is proudly sponsored by Jason Ernest with Mountain West Lawyers. Call 775-727-9500.
Hi, I'm Darby here at Desert Haven Animal Society, and today we are joined with Haha. Haha is an owner surrender. She is almost a 2-year-old husky. Again, she has just like most huskies, has gorgeous blue eyes. She's mainly a black color with some of the white underneath. She's a super sweet girl, gets along with kids, gets along with cats. She was surrendered because she has a lot of energy. She began digging in her yard, which is a sign that she needed some more exercise. So she's a good girl, and she obviously makes a wonderful family dog, but you need to make sure that she's getting the proper amount of exercise. Just leaving her alone in the yard to have her run around is not enough exercise for these type of animals. They need to either be walked or actively played with all the time. So if you want to come and see Haha or any of her friends here at Desert Haven Animal Society, please give them a call ahead of time to make an appointment. 775-751-7020, or you can look them up on their Facebook page at Desert Haven Animal Society.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Taking a peek outside our studios, things look pretty nice on the Lerner and Rowe weather cam. Wonder what it's going to be like all weekend. John will be in just a second to tell us.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler, and my resplendent in my red, white, and blue flag tie for Lincoln's birthday. Yay, Abraham Lincoln. Good president, great emancipator. What else? Was the only president to hold a U.S. patent. He invented a system for getting boats off of shallow water using some bilges. And they never built it, but he had the patent for it. Good man, Lincoln. All right, happy birthday, Lincoln. Your birthday is today. Up in Fernley, it's 52 degrees for high today, 40 for a low. Fallon, you saw 55 degrees, 39 for a low tonight. Carson City, you're all the way up to 52 and 38 for your low tonight. In Tonopah, the chill spot, 48 is your high. That's all you get, and 30 for a low. You're still not done with those frozen temperatures yet, are you? Well, too bad. You got Goldfield to keep you company, 51 degrees for high today, 30 for a low. Out in Beatty, it's all the way up to 64 degrees. That's downright pleasant, 39 degrees for a low tonight. Out in Amargosa, heating all the way up to the 70s, just barely, 42 for a low tonight. Also 70 in Las Vegas, 49 for a low tonight, and out in Death Valley, nearly up to 80, 79 degrees was your high today. 54 will be your low tonight. And here in the Paradise Pahrump, where the air is pure, the grass is green, and the curly fries are extra curly, it's currently 64 degrees. It's down from our high mark of 68 degrees earlier. Northwesterly winds to 17 miles per hour. That was average bluster throughout the day. It's going to die down a little bit tonight, but that humidity is sticking with us, so we're going to have some clouds. Sun rose this morning at 6:34 a.m. It sets this evening like right now, look at it. Sunset on Lincoln's birthday, what could be better? It'll head down to the low tonight of 45 degrees. East-southeasterly winds to 4 miles per hour are going to seem calm and pleasant compared to what we got coming up. Humidity at 49%. And check out this out. For the rest of the week, wow, look at those windy days. 21 mile per hour, 19 mile per hour. Looks like it calms down a little bit on Monday and then comes back with a vengeance Tuesday, Wednesday with 22 mile an hour, 15. Yeah, it's going to be pretty blowy. Temperatures remaining in the lower 60s on the high side. I think we're done with the freezing temperatures tonight, but it's coming. I can't wait for spring. It's so much fun. Hope you're going to have a great weekend. Don't mind the blow. You get a windbreaker. That's how you fix that. All right, back to the desk. It's Missy, Indiana.
A lot of people having a holiday weekend here, of course, Valentine's Day being Sunday and President's Day being Monday. There's a lot of people that have a 3-day weekend off. I saw some people heading to the dunes. I heard that Mount Charleston is expecting some big traffic this weekend, so be careful out there and drive carefully. Of course, this weekend is also the Little Britches Rodeo there in the McCalla Arena at Petrick Park. Starting at 9 a.m. both Saturday and Sunday, head on down there. There's also a fundraiser for another rodeo, right?
Yeah, the high school rodeo is having a fundraiser selling raffle tickets and tickets for the rodeo next weekend. They'll be at Walmart on Saturday.
All right, have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday. I'm Deanna.
I'm Missy. Have a good night.
Good night.